covered.
And it's going to be Raven who's coming back up also, just to clarify
heck
that.
Yeah. And that was the Falco that we saw earlier. Yep. Beautiful precision movement. And that made it so that at all times you had to be a little bit aware of, all right, are you backing off here? Are you trying to force the issue? How do you play around my shield? And so Vendetta, I'm excited to see what he's got.
And we're going to see the Terry. I actually kind of like this because one of the things that comes from playing Ken in this matchup is dealing with the shield pressure is normally very easy because auto turnarounds and nobody wants to go poke the shield of Ken. Yeah. But for Falco, he can do that. He can bait you into pressing a button. Now with Terry available, you got Power Wave, you got Power Dunk, you have also Rising Tackle. That's the big thing that Falco can't just keep pressuring you for free on. Then again, Raven is just having kind of a field day once again.
Yeah, and up to 104, and this is the point where you might want to kill him, and we kind of saw that right there. Raven gets antsy to get rid of the go and gets caught up for it, and now Vendetta has the chance to seal out the stock.
That's the thing in this matchup, especially for someone like Terry. You have to remove him sub 100, and you can do that pretty easily as Falco, but it's easier said than done at the highest levels, and because you didn't get to get rid of that, he's not dead yet, he's taking a lot of damage. But as we've already saw earlier, Raven's got those, so after he gets rid of that, he can even this up right away. That's what I would say if this wasn't a 2-stock deficit.
Yeah, Vendetta doing such a good job of just taking stocks, and Raven finally finding it. I think the big thing is we saw a lot of offstage play where Vendetta was just able to bob and weave through Raven and punish him for going off stage, and now playing it a little bit more patient here.
I actually like that crack shoot right there because it's one of those, do you expect me doing this right now? And then instantly into the spot dodge up tilt, which is one of the most dumb moves in this game. It's invincible so quick, and it punishes someone for trying to punish your defensive option.
And wow, down tilt to pressure the shield and get the jab off there. Vendetta just doing such a good job of keeping the pressure rolling, and look at that, Rising Tackle should be able to do it. Vendetta.
That setup is so difficult to deal with when you're not expecting it because Power Dunk, you would assume it looks like a super laggy move, but it's not. Once it lands, it quickly cancels right into the ability to press jab, and jabs confirm right into charge or Rising Tackle. You can pre-buffer all those inputs as well.
The extra part of that too is typically if you're expecting the jab Rising Tackle versus the jab Power Dunk, you go ahead and SDI out, but if they go for the Power Dunk, you got to SEI in, and so it's a constant 50-50 that Vendetta is the one who controls it and it gets to react to what you're doing to switch it up.
Yeah, Vendetta really showcasing how you deal with the pressure that Falco can put on in those spots, but like we saw earlier, Raven has got those. He's got the confirms. He actually started off that match with a huge percent lead, but wasn't able to close it out because of go. If you can establish that again, then all of a sudden Terry has to approach you, and that's when your up tilts are way more live.
Oh, yes, sir. But right now, playing nice and patience, got the first hit, and now Raven going to be able to do what he does best. Look at that, 66 without even trying. Raven is clean with it.
Very similar fashion to Terry could also do the same thing, so you got to minimize that damage, and that damage did not indeed get minimized, only separated by about 10% now.
Ooh, aggressive illusion, and we've seen a lot of those from Raven, and Vendetta even punished one in the previous game, so I'm curious if Vendetta is going to find more punishes off of those, or Raven will start mixing it up a little bit more.
See how that goes about right now because the go meter is back on deck and uses up smash out of shield, but Terry is indeed a hefty boy, so it takes a little bit more to get that stock loss going.
And now scary situation, same thing that we saw game one, but right now Raven doing a really good job of playing patient around it, not wanting to get caught up by that knuckle, and gonna catch it all the same, but living thankfully for him.
Let's see if he can make this happen. There we go. There's the side B into the up air, so he's going to be able to get the first point he needed on the board without losing that last one. So once you get a big opener here, because it's going to be on Vendetta to approach, you see Raven being much more calm. Very smart way to approach the second stock.
Yep, a lot more lasers coming through, but wow, aggressive dash and jab. And a beautiful call out too, because we saw just moments earlier that same aggression from Raven where it was pop, double laser, I'm running in, trying to catch you up. So Vendetta, beautiful adjustment.
Exactly. The once you start, like, it's all about finding the pattern in the zoner's behavior, because there's always a gap somewhere.
Although right now, Raven trying to extend the gap here, getting caught up by a dash attack though, and Vendetta trying to stay inside of that burst range, but Raven doing a really good job of keeping it at that mid-range where Vendetta struggles a little bit more to get the hit.
Yeah, Raven's adaptation to second game has been looking very good. He's putting on enough pressure at short hop ranges that Vendetta has to respect them. Vendetta, we've seen it many times before, usually when he is behind, he ends up kind of playing to his name, where he comes back with the Vendetta and just runs through people. So Raven just needs to make sure he doesn't give up that same game plan he's got going right now, because it's working amazing.
Yeah, he's doing just a really good job of not allowing Vendetta to get in a good position to use these go moves. Beautiful grab to call out that shield right there, and now Vendetta off stage once more, going to be able to find the stock. Raven, the adjustment.
Yeah, that was textbook execution on how to deal with the fighting game character's recoveries. You're lucky that was not 5% more, though, because that would have been the kill. Let's see if maybe he can try and finish it out with a little bit more damage before the second stock is gone. But I don't know if that's going to happen, because we got Rising Tackle. Nope, instead we're going to get the DI mix-up going into the power dunk.
And now Vendetta doing a really good job of every time he's at that stock deficit, playing it clean and bringing it back, although gets the forward air, not able to get much more through this. Look at that, 46.
That's straight to 57 again, so it's all about closing out the game. You can put a lot of damage on, but you have to finish your food in this situation, and Vendetta is sitting there ready to cook this bird. It might happen. You saw the SDI was almost there.
It came so close, and yet so far Vendetta just dishing out damage. Raven could still do it with one hit. We've seen time and time again this bro come in and dish out, but not right now. Vendetta taking that game too.
Yeah, again, Raven looking phenomenal throughout it, but it's all about closing out the game. That's what Vendetta has gotten so consistent at. And playing patient against someone from Georgia isn't going to work all the way to the end, because that's all Georgia has dealt with. They've dealt with Teaser, they've dealt with DD with the Steve. Of course, DD a little bit more aggressive, but you have the two Sonics. Of course, we got Wrath and Sunito. A lot of passive play where it's needed, and then a lot of burst play as well with the high ends of Cola and Mugen and Fatality. Yeah, and of course Vendetta himself.
Vendetta.
And Omega. Like, it's a lot of high-end optimal play, and they know how to constantly shift around that, and Vendetta was able to do exactly that at the end of the game.
That's the beauty that we're seeing come to play from just the local meta of Georgia. Vendetta coming through, able to play at both ranges and really work around Raven, but Raven right now kind of working him through. I say that, but right then Vendetta getting a nice clean 70.
Ooh, unfortunate right there, looking for the big punish, but once you reveal that really early, it's easy to fade back on that, so it doesn't get what he's looking for. Power dunk might do it. Yeah, it's going to do it here on Hollow Bastion down the corner.
And now Vendetta with a good solid lead. First time that he's starting off the game hot, which can be really horrifying for Raven if Vendetta has been the one having to close out in the end.
This is the problem that everybody saw on Squad Strike yesterday. Whenever Vendetta lost the game, he proceeded to basically 3-stock on the next game, but this is everybody stuck on their actual main, so Raven might be able to avoid that. You definitely want to avoid the Power Kaiser and everything else.
And now, oh, beautiful dunk, but 71% of extra credit is still a little scary, especially where Terry has some amazing kill power. And now, catching at the ledge, this down tilt, horrifying move to play against, but unable to get the burning knuckle, but it don't matter.
I tried to SDI and fast fall out of those, but accidentally fast fell too early, and even for Falco, it's not going to make that back. You can stay around the center platform, you can make things happen, but you're still full stock behind now.
Yeah, it's going to be a little bit more difficult, especially if you can't kill him before go comes out. This is getting a little bit horrifying. I love some of these crack shoots placements just to make Raven a little bit more uncomfortable inside of neutral.
Here comes that crack shoot again. He tried to catch the dare on his way back, but he ends up getting the spike off the side B. You will take that to the bank and catch that every day of the week.
Raven got a good chance now. Avoiding go for that stock was big, 68%, and now one hit away from bringing it to even right now.
Let's see if Vendetta is able to close it out with this 92, or if a Falco stock does happen, because Raven could definitely put on 100 within 2 interactions. This could be what makes it happen. Gets the drag down. No, misses the drag down on the platform. That would have been about 60 right there.
Oh, it don't matter. Getting the reset now. 68, unable to keep the edge guard going. That could have been big, especially where Vendetta didn't have his jump, but doesn't matter. Jab, jab, rising tackle, the consistency of it.
Yeah, again, the biggest thing is about staying